I hope I'm talking loudly now. What is this push to throw away the cultural values that Africans are embedded with? That there's this push to, I don't know, to streamline what it means to be African, to turn our ethnic identities into like blobs. The westernization and the globalization agenda is really tiring. Like I'm Yoruba, and I don't think there's anything that is like an African identity. Like we have different identities. We can communicate with each other, we can like each other, but there's no need for us to pretend that we are one big blob. And though Pan Africanism is a cute sentiment, it's a nice statement, but it's based on emotions and it's not a very logical pattern of thought, especially when you observe the history of the world, other continents, the way human nature is processed. We can have a business plan to do business with each other, but a kind of collapsing of identities into this whole block is not something that is possible. Neither is it something that has really happened. Outside of context of like enslavement and other kinds of dehumanization that made people turn into a block identity based on either skin color, location, or like, okay, we're all brought to this land and we're going to identify as people of this land, i.e., like what, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago. Actually, Jamaica had Marcus Garvey, who was one of the pioneers of Pan Africanism, which is a concept that was based out of finding roots, you know, finding their roots and saying, hey, this is continent, we belong to this continent, we're going to just go there, I'm going to make something out of it. And it is not an organic viewpoint of organic identity because it is an identity based on struggle and based on an external view, an outsider looking in kind of perspective. This view is something that happens to people who have gone through trauma like enslavement or cultural change or cultural loss or identity loss. It is not something that happens organically like on the continent. The people who took on Pan Africanism on the continent were followers of Marcus Garvey and other